Hello, Earth and Space Science students. This is the directions for the sustainability assignment. So you're going to find that on Google Classroom. It looks like this. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to play this game where you're a fisherman. And so part of what we talked about was sustainability. Sustainability just means not using too much, trying to use it at a rate that you can keep going and going. So if I play the game, this is kind of a really good, simple example of what we're talking about here. And so what you're going to do when the game pops up, The Fish Game, that's a really inventive title that they came up with. But what you're going to do when it pops up, is you're one of many fishermen in this little lake. Oh, so you're going to pick a scenario. We'll just pick one at random. You pick the number of boats, basically the other people that are going to be fishing with you. I'm going to pick a high number. And here it says everyone chooses the fishing technique that at the beginning and sticks with it till the end of the game. So you're going to pick how many fish that you're going to be fishing every day. You have 10 days to catch as many fish as possible, thus to earn the most money. Each fish is $2. And the other fisher folk are also trying to get as much fish. So the goal is to try and get as much fish as you can and trying to beat out the other fishermen there. There's a trust meter at the top. And so if you have promised to do like something, maybe you'd only take, two fish and you promised you wouldn't take more than two, I don't know. And you do that, you can lower the trust and then they'll start taking either more fish or less fish depending on the level of trust that you have. And your lake only has 20 fish. That's kind of what they call the carrying capacity, the limit that the lake can support. And what you're going to see is the fish will reproduce. So if I fish and take some fish out of the lake, and in the next round, some will come back. They'll be born, and the goal is to try and not take too many fish. I said that wrong. The goal of the game, in order to be sustainable, is that you and the other fishermen are not taking out too much fish where the fish that are left can't reproduce to keep up with demand. So you'll kind of see that. I'm going to skip the tutorial. So let's say I take 3 fish every day. There's me, I took 3, they took 3, they took 3, they took 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. So you can see I'm out of fish already, right? There's no fish to repopulate, and that's kind of the end of the game. The game is over. If I play that again, we're going to skip this tutorial. Maybe I take 1 a day. You can see some of them are taking 2, but some of them are taking 1. We kind of have, a general trust of each other still, and we're kind of doing okay. So there was 13 fish at the end. Next day, now we're up to 16. So some fish came back because they had, babies or whatever. I could keep going, taking 1 a day. And you can see this guy's winning right now. He has 4 fish. I only have 2. Otherwise, everyone else is being pretty good. But now we're down to 9 fish total. If we go to day 3, we only have 11 fish. So right now, we're unsustainable. If we keep fishing where I fish 1 a day and everyone else kind of follows my lead, we're going to run out of fish. That's kind of the point of the game. So you'll play that a couple times, and then you should be able to answer the questions about that there. The next one is a game where you're kind of running a city. And I'm just going to kind of briefly show you how to do this. I'm not going to play it as much as maybe I did the fish game there. When you do this, you're going to log in with a student account, which I have. Otherwise, you should be able to still log in with your Google account, but because mine is tied to the teacher one. If for whatever reason this isn't working, please let your teacher know. The Legends of Learning website, I have to put the link up or link it on the assignment like every time to make it fresh, because it only lasts so long. So if it's broken, let your teacher know and I can go and fix it really quickly. Let me know. Otherwise, I'll forget. My students in person do this, so hopefully I'll remember when I do it with them, but sometimes I make a mistake. So we're going to wait for it to load. I might pause the video here and come back when it's done. All right, we're going to get started. So we have a city. It's 2020. What a year. Oh my gosh, is it being really slow? The goal is essentially to run and manage your city. Oh, I didn't know it had noise. I'm going to turn it off. But what you're going to do in the brief, kind of quick, short view is you have to add people. Oh, it's going to go through this with me. Oh, so I can build houses. Oh my gosh. I'm going to pause this and then get to you at the end. Okay, so you can see when you have stuff flashing, That means that there's a need. So I built my 4 houses, and I just did that by clicking on the farmhouse. And you can upgrade and get bigger houses or whatever. But these people, they need places to shop, they need places to work. So I have to go in here, I got to build some shops. And you kind of do it until they stop flashing. They need a place to do their job. They need some power. And it's a lot like if you ever played like SimCity or City Skylines or anything like that. That's really all you're doing here. Got to build them some water. And then they need a place for their waste. We'll throw that over here. All right, but now you can see I'm kind of out of people. So these also, if I don't fulfill their needs, they'll want more people. And you can kind of see the cycle keeps going in terms of trying to fill or meet the needs of your population. So now my population's good. And you can kind of see this is some of the goals here on the left. So I want to get my population up a little bit more. I want my money to be $2, below $2 a person for what I'm spending on services, and my pollution under 30. And you can kind of see some of those different metrics up here. You also have a research tab where you can research different technologies. So I can learn wind power and water filtration, and that can help reduce my pollution here at the end. And you kind of play that till you get through all the goals. That's kind of the idea. And then you'll answer some questions about that on there, about how you're running your city and how you use technology to help reduce your impact. The last thing is you're looking at this website here, and you're looking at different sustainable practices that people do here in America and things that you might be able to do. So you're going to look at or read about. These are the different areas. So you can read about them. You only have to pick, I think it's four of them out of that 7 that you want to learn about, and just really talk about how does that help. How does that create a sustainable use of natural resources? How is it preventing us from using too much so that we can keep using these materials like you kind of saw in that fishing game? And that's what you're writing about, and then that's about it. So that's the assignment. If you have any questions, make sure you're letting your teacher or I know, especially if that link doesn't work. Please let us know. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.